Hi, everybody. I'm Kanisha Hudson here with you at Urban Bella Salon in Atlanta, Georgia. And tonight, as usual, on every other Thursday, we're here to talk to you about natural hair. For those of you who are joining us just for the first time, I am the founder and creator of a brand here in Atlanta, Georgia, where our focus is to help women manage their natural hair and just really embrace their natural beauty. Um, what we decided to do here is create a show where we give you the opportunity to learn more about natural hair, learn about many things. You'll find in 2016 we talk about a lot more than just hair. But the purpose of this show at this time is to show you techniques and things that we do here in our hair salon to help naturals all over. Tonight, I want to give a little special shout out to a young lady, a young woman in Cleveland, Mississippi. Her name is Rachel. Rachel, I just want to say hello to you and everybody there in Cleveland, Mississippi. And those ladies there are really working to understand more about natural hair. And Rachel is really their beacon of light there in Cleveland, Mississippi. So, ladies, if you're looking for help, please reach out to Rachel. You can find her on. We'll post a link to Rachel's Facebook page on our video tonight, so that you all can find Rachel if you're there in Cleveland. If you're looking for help with natural hair, somebody to show you the way. We've been talking with her and working with her and giving her some tips and tricks and things that'll help you. And she's got a great event coming up in Cleveland, Mississippi on November 21st. So we'll share more detail about that for you locals there. Tonight, I have my crew with me as usual. I got Atlanta Natural Haircare in the house. They're working on comments. Yay! So if you all look on this side of the screen, is that right, Elaine? No? That side of the screen. We don't drink. We do not drink before the show. I promise you we don't. Well, we drink water, but we don't drink. Right here, you have comments. And if you will post your comments there, Atlanta Natural Hair Care will answer those comments for you. Be sure to visit Atlanta Natural Hair Care. They're an excellent source. If you're looking for help with your natural hair tips, you want to get in contact even more with us here at Urban Bella and stylists like us in the metro area. If you are a stylist and you are looking to reach out to the customers that need help, definitely reach out to Atlanta Natural Hair Care. They can get you going and in the right direction. There are a lot of us out there who are still trying to find our way with natural hair. Lots of times I think we figured it out. I'm always finding out that we haven't figured it out yet. Of course, always my producer husband, I'm gonna find a word for that. My producer, sorry. My producer / husband, Gerard, is making sure that the camera's on and the lighting's right and to make sure that we wrap up on time. So thank you to him. And of course, always our stylist, Shauna. She is here to actually deliver the work, do the style the model, make sure she looks good, and answer your questions tonight. Let's jump right on into the topic tonight. So again, this week, and now we're segueing into cold weather. Y'all know we've been talking about Gel since June. I probably haven't stopped talking about it. We'll dial it back a bit. We're going to stop talking about Gel just for a second. And we're going to start talking about preparing the hair for winter. So we're going to do some keeping your hair from being too dry preparation and that kind of conversation. So I'm going to start off tonight. We're going to talk about why your natural hair is dry. I'll touch on that. And then we're also going to talk about how to get your hair ready for cold weather. Tonight, our beautiful model is Jesselyn, aka Rainbow. She modeled with us actually in what was that? We did Naturals in the Park summer and a half ago, not this past June, but the June before that. So you will recognize her. She's on our Instagram page as well. She has a gorgeous head of hair. And so tonight we'll talk about that. Shauna did a 2-strand twist on her, and we'll demonstrate that for you. Tonight we're going to do how we set it, how we styled it, and the whole 9 yards. All right, so let's jump right on in. And again, if you have any questions, please. I love answering questions. I love finding out what you all need to know. If you're not watching this live and you're watching it, the posted video, put your questions in the bottom. I get them immediately. I answer them immediately. I respond fastest to people via Facebook messages, Facebook posts, and YouTube. So if you really want to talk and you have questions about your natural hair, I usually respond to you very quickly with usually any time between, I'd say 0 to 60 minutes. I'm answering your question. Okay. All right. So let's talk about dry hair. Why do we keep talking about this? Because it keeps coming up. Um, Here in the salon, of course, we're working on clients all the time. We always see you guys. And even if we're seeing you on a regular basis, we're finding out that there's still a little bit of confusion about what really makes the hair its best. Best shine, best moisture. Why can't I wash and go? Why don't my twists last? Why is my hair dry? So number one, the thing I'm finding out that we were really discussing this past week, last week in the salon, is that a lot of you aren't washing your hair enough. I know that we made Cragel, and Cragel will make your hairstyle last 2, in some clients even 3 weeks. Still shiny, still defined, still polished. Easy to work with, great product. We're happy you love it. But although it lasts that long, we really intend for you to wash your hair every single week, especially if you like to do what a lot of you may call co-washing, or in our case, we say using non-lather cleanser, so the Urban Bella number 7. That is meant to be used every 7 days. It's going to keep you from having a lot of buildup. That's why you can get away with using a non-lather cleanser. You know, it does have 2 shampoo elements, but it's got 3 conditioning elements. I'm sorry, really 4 conditioning elements to it. So you don't want to have buildup, and you don't want to require too much of your non-lather cleanser, and you don't want to require too much of your conditioner. So washing your hair once a week accomplishes several things. It keeps you from having a dry, itchy scalp. That's another thing. You can really keep your scalp nice and healthy, remove any kind of yeast. Yeast buildup is just natural. It happens on the skin, it happens on the scalp, but you remove it by cleansing, getting in there and really getting there and removing everything off. You can do that fine with your non-lather cleanser. It causes you to have stinky hair. When you wait too long to wash your hair, you have all that buildup of sweat. We all are working out now. Everybody's trying to drop 20 pounds. But if you're working out and you're going to the gym and you're running around town and everybody's joining the run clubs and all of that part is great. We're crossfitting ourselves into a tizzy. That's great, but you do need to wash your hair at the end of the week. Some people need to wash their hair more than once a week. We know lots of naturals with short hair who wash their hair every day. And their hair is not dry. It's not dried out. They're using the non-lather cleanser and conditioner. They have healthy hair. It grows fast. They have to work to keep it short. So that's a really, really important part of really controlling that dryness issue. When you don't wash your hair once a week, you have to come back and do more clarifying washes. You have to work harder to really, really clean your scalp down because you've built up so many layers of sebum and dirt and yeast and debris and everything else. So you're having to overwork it. It's the same thing as like not sweeping your floor every night or not mopping your kitchen floor once a week. When you finally go back to wash and mop and clean your floor, you gotta do it 2 or 3 times just to get the layers of dirt off. Versus if you maintain it and do it once a week, it's a lot easier. It's a lot less wear and tear on you, your mop, everything. Same thing with your hair. It's less wear and tear when you do it at least once a week. I know a lot of naturals say, oh, one of the best ways to keep your hair moisturized is not to wash it that often. That's actually the complete opposite. You want to wet your hair down. You want to get it clean. You want to remove that buildup. You want to let it really get hydrated very, very well and put a fresh, cocktail of your favorite products onto your hair so that it's getting the most from it. The other thing is when you keep piling on product, in the shaft of your hair, you still have that first layer on there. It's not even getting any of the good stuff because you're just piling it onto hair that's collected debris on top of the product you put on last week. So that's one of the main ways to keep your hair more hydrated. All right, washing with lather cleanser is another reason why your hair is really, really dry. I know a lot of people are not comfortable with the idea of non-lather, but please trust us on this. And I'm speaking from years of experience. We opened Urban Bella in 2004. I want to say it was probably around 2007 or 2008. Now, we've always loved non-lather cleansers, no matter what brand we were offering at the time. We understood then and we understand now what happens when we take a client off of lather shampoo and put them onto non-lather shampoo. It is not 7:10. Time flies. Okay, so we understand what happens. when we actually tell clients, whenever somebody comes in, they say, my hair is just really dry. We say, please trust us with this. Do Urban Bella non-lather cleanser and Urban Bella conditioner. No other cleansers for 1 month. 1 month. We tell them how to make sure their scalp is nice and clean. Your scalp is clean. We promise you it's clean. We maintain and manage our clients like this who come in every week. We have been doing it for years. And we grow long, beautiful hair here at Urban Bella. We don't have an issue with long, thick, beautiful hair. That is a critical part to getting, that is really the most important part to getting your hair hydrated. Those two things. And those are the two main things, honestly, people are just skipping. Either skipping, don't trust, you need to do it once a week, and you need to do non-lather cleanser and conditioner. Check out our duo online. It's $29.50. It's a great bargain. The conditioner is so thick and so moisturizing that you're not going to blow through it. You're not going to use a whole lot of it. When you're applying it, check out our video. I'll link it. Check out our video on how to apply the Urban Bella non-lather cleanser. It is great for your hair, but it's made for cleansing your scalp and conditioning the hair at the same time. So that's a rare situation. Trust us on that one. The thing to know as well, lather cleansers strip the hair down so much. Like when you go in to clarify or purify, not saying you don't need to do that. We say do that about once a month or twice a month. If your hair is fine and you're not having any issues, you don't have any dryness issues, do it once a month. If you're having some issues and you're having a dryness problem, stop in and see your professional stylist. But your at-home care routine, use the lather cleanser maybe every other month. We're getting into the dry season now, and I'll talk about that more as Shauna works on her model. But I'll talk about how, note this, every time we hit January and February, at least here in the South, everybody's hair is drier. It's January and February, everybody complains about dry hair with us. And it is July and August that everybody complains about really dry hair. This summer wasn't too bad here in Atlanta. We had nice mild weather, but I think the winter is going to be pretty rough. You want to get ready for that. You want to go ahead and get your routine down and start to prepare your hair for that. And if you're over lathering it and not putting the time in to build the moisture level, and we don't mean build up, but truly build moisture in the hair by not stripping it, you will have that hair. You're like, oh, it's so dry right now. I promise you, check and see if everybody complains about dry hair in February, because they do, because they're overdoing it with the lather. All right, and the third thing that's causing you to have dry hair, and the last thing that I'll mention, and we'll go ahead and put our model in the chair because Shauna's about ready to bring her over, is no deep conditioning and no steam treatments. I think not very long after we really got it about non-lather, Shauna made a comment to us, and this is like 2008, so we've been in the game a long time. She said, you know, the reason why people have really, really dry hair, the thing that really fixes the dryness issue is deep conditioning. I was like, really? She was like, yeah. She said, if clients would deep condition their hair in between visits, if we're not maintaining it for them on a regular basis, they would really, really increase their moisture a lot. I thought, oh, okay. So we started telling folks that. We would even ask people, we say, hey, how often do you deep condition? We don't even assume people do it. We just ask them, how often do you deep condition? And it, depending on how long it takes them to answer or come up with a lot, we know how much they don't deep condition. So we are finding, again, not the norm. People will buy the treatment and they may use the treatment, but they're not really taking the time to say, I'm going to sit under the dryer or my heat cap or use my Q-Redo or use my my steamer. And our clients, we know them. They will buy a steamer. They will buy the Q-Redo. They'll buy the deep conditioning cap and never use it. And we can tell. We're like, if you would just use it, go ahead and sit under there. Take the time. Once a month minimum. It's a complete difference. I made a joke when we first started doing these shows that Shauna wouldn't let me have hair color. But I can tell you the difference in my own hair when I steam. I used to come in here, you know, when times were I had a lot more time to do this, but I'd steam condition my hair at least once a week. And I also wore blonde hair at that time. If I want to wear that blonde hair again, I'm going to have to get back to steaming once, twice a month minimum. And I would do it. I didn't care if it was summer, winter, fall. I'd spend my entire Sunday here. There was no one else here. I could, you know, make a mess, but it made a difference. And I was able to grow very long hair and I could keep it blonde. A lot of people say to me now, why isn't your hair blonde anymore? You know, I have not put in the same steam treating time and effort. my hair requires that to be blonde. It doesn't require that to be long and healthy in my natural brown color. But if I want to be blonde, I got to steam condition twice a month. So that's just to give you an idea of how much of a difference it makes when you deep condition hair. You build the elasticity in the hair, many things. So I want to encourage you all to definitely make sure that you do that. The other thing too, when you deep condition and steam, you open up the hair shaft. You open up the cuticle opens up a bit, not a lot, just a little bit. It allows all the nutrients that you're paying for, the butter, the oil, the botanical extracts. It allows them to penetrate past the external, like past the hair shaft and down past the cuticle to where you really need it to strengthen and moisturize and nourish and give that hair strand nourishment. That allows it to last longer. The elasticity lets you have longer hair. People who steam have longer hair. People who deep condition have longer hair. Our clients who don't take care of their hair in that deep conditioning steam, you're doing that whole process, you know, their hair grows beautifully, doesn't grow quite as long as it could. So just want to give you guys 3 quick tips. I'll be sure to post them, note them in the video, and I will add those other pieces that we talked about to help you out. All right, so we are now at the halfway marker. And so we're going to have Shauna and the model come over. Everybody's looking at me like, wrap it up, wrap it up. So I'm going to be on the sidelines talking and giving notes. And Jessalyn and Shauna are going to come over and go over the style technique. Am I on the way? Oh, I'll get your card if you want to go ahead and stand behind her. Or I can just hand you your things. I can give you the card. You have a seat, Jessalyn. I'm sorry. Go ahead and have a seat in the chair. Is this okay? This side good? Mm-hmm. Okay. So tonight, I know the last couple of videos we didn't show you all how we set the hair, and we're not sure if that's working for you or not. So we're going to tonight show you. So, and I always talk a lot. So Shauna's gonna talk a little bit, and Jessalyn's gonna talk. We'll start with Jessalyn. I don't warm up. Jessalyn, tell us about yourself. AKA Rainbow, AKA I've been here before.
Well, technically, this is my first time at the actual salon.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, but I did do a show previously at the Tupac Shakur Center. But I'm Rainbow. I'm in my early 30s.
And she's a software developer.
I'm a software developer with GM.
I thought that was so cool. I was like, really? I want to know more, but we'll cover that later.
No problem.
Tell us about your natural hair. I know you have a sister, and you sent us a picture of her so everybody can see that in the spotlight. You're in a picture of your sister.
Yes.
Yes. I love when I see natural families. I'm like, good, yes. Traveling groups.
Yes, my whole family is pretty much natural at this point. Everyone in my household is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh, yeah, turn her. So, and you feel free to keep talking, Justin, to the camera. They can hear you. Shauna's going to show what she did. I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Let me interrupt you real quick. I'm gonna narrate for Shauna just a little bit. Okay, so Shauna, what do we have here? We got a 2-strand twist.
Yes.
And then we got a big twist. What's
So you see this side of her hair, I kind of already had taken it down, which will kind of come back to that. These are some twists that we had already done previously. So you can kind of see how the hair was set, but this one right here, I'm going to show you exactly how we apply, what we applied to obtain our result. So, did you guys speak on her texture?
Yeah, no, I did not, but I did in my post about you, Jessalyn. I put you down as a 3B. I'm sorry, a 4B, 4C.
Okay.
What are your thoughts as far as my call on that? Or do you know your texture? Were you following the matrix?
Not really.
Okay. So the reason I picked that is because your hair, if we were just a shampoo, you were talking about it's hard for you to get a fro or puffs.
Mm-hmm.
You had to come up with a technique to get it. That's very normal for 4Bs. 4Bs, 4A and 4B people find it hard, but your hair has a kinky, froey texture to it, but it's not a round, big bouffant fro.
No.
But you can work one out, which is almost impossible for 4As. 4As like never get froze. You gotta have a touch of 14 characteristic to the hair to get there. Okay, so Shauna has in her hand the, what is that?
This is the
Moisturizing cream.
number 23 moisturizing cream.
Okay, so I'll put that in the camera, ladies and gents. So that is that readable, Gerard? That's the number 23 moisturizing cream. So this, as we start to prepare hair for colder weather, a lot of us are struggling with moisture. So this is really going to help you seal in moisture. This is made, the base oil in this, well, there's several actually. Sweet almond oil, canola oil, not canola, Lord have mercy, not fried chicken. Sweet almond oil, castor oil, sunflower oil, and several others are in here. The purpose of this particular product, you can use it many ways. You can use it to twist by itself. You can use it to increase the moisture of any product that we make that you're using. You can put it on while the hair is wet, dry, any way you want. So Jesselyn's hair is actually dry right now. Did y'all do dry twists tonight versus, or y'all did wet twists?
Yes, her hair was,
Just
I would
dry,
say,
really dry.
about 80% dry.
Okay, so we worked with her hair very slightly damp. And you did 10 or you doing number 10?
Yes, I just showed that second product I just showed was our number 10 curl cream.
And so Shauna, because she's twisting with the hair dry, relatively dry, she's only using a glaze of product. You do not need a whole lot when you're working with, really when you're twisting the hair wet or dry, you do not need a lot of our products at all. I'm going to grab a number 10. Shauna, the camera good, Gerard? Do I need to adjust it? Tell me what to do. I can adjust. Okay, so
That's good.
yeah, you don't need a whole lot of this product. And I'm going to show you all the jar. This is the number 10. Now, the reason why we have started talking more about these products, let's talk about winter hair care a little bit. Oh, was there more? Okay. So let's talk about winter hair care. How's that?
That's good.
That's good? Okay. So let's jump into winter hair care. Y'all know we love Gel. Everybody loves Gel. It's a great product. But a lot of us need to start looking at a couple things. What styles can I do besides the wash and go? The weather's getting, and what else can I do to increase the moisture in my hair? If I'm saying y'all need to get ready for winter and do more non-lather cleansing and more deep conditioning and whatnot, but what are the other things that you need to do to really, really get your moisture under control? So we like cream-based products for the winter. We find our customers like them more. Veteran naturals know this is when you kind of pull the other creamy products out of your arsenal and start using those a lot more. Doesn't mean you have to abandon your gel completely in the winter, but you're going to find that the hair is going to be really grateful for the sealing and protecting action of the creams. The other thing that we would like to make sure I tell this. I'm sorry, the number 23. So a lot of people like the Loc Method. This product is great for doing the Loc Method or the Loc Method. If you like to do a leave-in or oil and a cream, or a leave-in, a cream, and an oil, either one, whatever direction you like to go in, the number 23 hydrating cream is going to give you a lot of high shine and a lot of moisture. A lot of times, and I do wash and goes. I don't care what time of year it is. I'm just a wash and go person 12 months a year. But many times when the weather gets colder, even in the summertime when it gets really, really dry, I will just wash and go at 20 with the number 23 hydrating cream. It is not as defined as my Gel, but my hair, I'm more so giving it a treatment, and what I get is really, really high shine, but it's a puffier fro, but it's got decent definition to it. It works for me. So as you all saw Shauna just set that twist, that's exactly what we did all week. That's exactly what she did all over Jesselyn's head. And now she's going to take these down so you can see how she does that. So the product that Shauna's pulling out first is our number 9 hair shine butter. And that brings me to my next point about getting ready for cold weather. So here, she's sealing the hair, sealing in moisture, adding shine, but she's also making sure that the hair and the shaft of the hair, the cuticle, are getting a nice treatment. And hair shine butter does that very nicely. The other thing about hair shine butter is it also is great for your scalp. And that brings me to my next point about getting, and this is hair shine butter I have in the screen now. Getting ready for the winter. Dry scalp is an issue for a lot of people. We were talking to clients in the salon lately, and a couple of them have been complaining about having dry hair, about having dry scalp. So if you're having issues with dry scalp, again, shine butter can be used to resolve that issue as well. And we're getting down to the last 6 minutes of the show, so I want to make sure that I give you all of the tips for getting ready for cold weather. Shauna, did you have any points you wanted to make before I jump into the last 2 or 3 points? Anything about, what do you find as a stylist working with clients who, you know, need to switch over to the creams versus the gels? When do you usually make that call for a client and say, like I noticed today we had a guest in the salon and we use a lot of different products on her here. I mean, of course, all our, but she was even asking us, so why are you using the twist cream on me versus using the gel?
Well, depends on the condition of the hair and sometimes even the style of choice. So today, regarding that certain client, we were doing a twist set that was being left in, and her hair is usually typically drier. So I wanted to use something that was going to help to hydrate, where the number 10 does have a lot of oil that will help keep the hair more hydrated. So
Okay.
that's usually when I will, we're using something that's more of a set style or a leave-in, then I like to go with something that doesn't require a lot of hold, I guess I would say.
Yeah, because with the particular client who was in today, you did a flat twist updo with rods on the ends, and she was leaving that style in for a week, and she's traveling up north where it's a lot colder. So it was the perfect timing to make sure we did that for her versus putting her in something that's a little firmer like gel.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So very quickly, if you have any questions at all, please post them. I see we've got a couple of folks watching us live, and I love answering y'all's questions. So please tell me if you have any, and I will be happy to answer them here in our last 3 minutes, and it won't take me very long to do that. Last couple of points. Moisturize your hair with the number 23 moisturizing cream in between shampoos. Also, if you have not tried the number 10 and number 23, I will be offering a special duo of the products. Actually, it'll be a coupon code. So if you're purchasing those, if you purchase them together, you will get a special discount. I'll put that coupon code. It'll be called UB Hydrate. That'll be the coupon code. All caps, UB HYDRATE. Use that to get a special discount when you purchase number 10, that one, and number 23. If you are a wash and go person, these can be used together to do anything. Wash and go, twist set, bantu knots, rods, braids, smoothing edges, ballerina bonnets, you name it. You can do anything with those 2 products. My 4th tip for you is trim your ends. As we get ready for colder weather, trimmed ends will make your life a lot easier. And of course, deep condition and steam treat to increase moisture. So that's going to be those are going to be the most important things you can do to really keep your hair hydrated. If you're thinking color after the holiday season, which is a great time for color, I guess it won't be in the camera, should be in it. If you're thinking about color for the holiday season, please make sure that you fully hydrate and follow a hydrating routine before you go to color. Post-Christmas color is one of the most wonderful things that people love to do. I'm thinking going blonde after the holiday season because the earth has no color. It's very gray and bland, and it's, I won't say bland. I love winter, but and usually a lot of us like to color our hair. We add the color and the spice at that time. Just make sure you're well prepared. Go ahead and trim your ends now. Trim your ends now so you do not have to address trimming them in January when you're ready for color. And call us here at the salon. Y'all know we're doing our coconut protein hydrating treatment. It is 50% coconut oil, not a whole lot of other stuff. 2 humectants inside of the treatment. One is honey humectant, one is a regular glycerin, and then a protein in it. And we've been doing that on clients here in the salon to make sure that you all are getting what you need to fill the voids of the hair, make sure it's nice and ready and prepped, and just make sure you guys grow out beautiful, long, healthy, natural hair. Join us again. Next episode, my good people, I believe is November the 19th. I'm gonna pull up my calendar here just to check and see. Are there any questions tonight? Nothing in particular? No? Okay, no questions tonight. If you all think of any questions or comments, anything at all, please tell me what you want me to talk about on the next show. We always discuss topics and things the show is based on what we hear in the salon. And then so I educate based on that. But if you've got thoughts, again, don't forget Facebook. I love when you guys send me messages on Facebook. They come right to my phone and I answer them right on my phone. And I'm sorry, yes, the next show is November 19th at 7 o'clock. And we have 3 more shows this year. And we'll go from there. Somebody's calling us. So we will talk with you guys then. And that wraps our show for tonight. We'll give our model a spin. Don't forget, UB Hydrate is the coupon code. Any questions, call us here at the salon. You guys have a great night. Bye. Is that a clip in the back of her hair? Mm-hmm. Is that a clip in the cape for her?
No, that was the clip in her hair. Oh, of those.
Like, what's wrong with her? Oh, man. Wait, did I forget anything? Oh, y'all, don't forget, we're here at Urban Bella, 404-255-5022. Oh, car sales. Don't forget, Kanisha Hudson has the cheapest cars. But, oh, we're done? We're done. Oh, I'm still talking. The camera ain't even on. Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
I rapped. I'm rapped. I'm totally done talking. I'm just, if it's on and rolling.